Hi guys, welcome back to this live streaming here on our Eyes Your Eyes. Look, I'm checking in the meantime if the audio is fine. Sorry if you hear the oven as a background sound, but it's going to stop really, really soon. I think in about 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see how much it will take. Sorry for that. But anyway, after we cried, it's time to talk about these incredible episodes. But before the thoughts regarding each episode, that it's coming. I mean, I'm about to do this in a couple of days, but or let's see when exactly, but I'll do that for sure. But in the meantime, sorry, I still say sorry for the background noise that is the oven because we use the oven, and now until it's going to stop, you hear this background, but I couldn't start later. So let me say that today I want to analyze these. Incredible main theme made by Sim called Under the Tree. I wanted to analyze together with you the lyrics and even the scenes that you see in the videos. I'm talking about videos because there are two versions. There's the version that Pony Canyon published on their YouTube channel immediately after the episode came out. And there is the version that came out on TV while the episode was finishing. They are two different versions, and I think that you have already seen it too, so you understand what I mean. They are totally different also because, as much as I was saying during the reaction, at the end of the episode, while the Sims song is going ahead, there is a tree that already makes me understand something. But okay, first of all, I wanted to say that I really like the song. I think it's quite catchy. And we know that everything is seen from Mikasa's point of view this time. And under the tree, it's like as if it's a response to the rumbling. So I wanted to thank so much Sim to have made such an incredible song. And unfortunately, it's just 2 minutes, but I think it's quite understandable. I mean, we understand the message that the Sim wants to convey thanks to the song and thanks to the lyrics. So, first of all, I wanted to hear it with you once again because by doing so, we can hear the type of music that it is. And second of all, I wanted to start by analyzing the lyrics. So, let me go. Let's go. I hope you hear it. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Nice Mikasa's version. Da, 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 da. Why, why, why don't you wanna stay with me? Give it up on me for you. the tree. I like this ending. I mean, okay, okay. So this is the song, and I really really like it. Definitely. Um, Now, after hearing it, I wanna share with you my thoughts regarding the lyrics. First of all, there is the beginning that it's called even a verse one, even if okay, there are just the two lines, no, three lines actually, two in English and one in Japanese. That's a nice choice because usually they do something like this. I mean, in Japan, they like to mix the two languages, and it happened already many other times, even with the other openings of Shingeki no Kyojin. So this is happening here too. And I really like this division because you understand that even when you translate these Japanese sentences, it makes sense for real. And in this case, I want to say that maybe this translation from a Japanese is even more important. I mean, the meaning of what the singer is trying to convey is even more important than the two lines that are said in English, in my opinion. But anyway, let's go ahead because the first two lines of the song are saying, sorry, I'm reading the lyrics so I can comment on them. Where are you at? Where have you been? And then it says, Toi kake ni kotae wa naku. That means no answer to the question. Wow, this is amazing because as much as I was telling you at the beginning of this live streaming, you know that everything is from Mikasa's point of view. So we need to imagine Mikasa asking Eren, of course, these two main questions. Where are you at? And where have you been? And we know that Mikasa has always missed Eren throughout all these years because she started, thanks to the flashback that we saw even in part two, the last episode of part two. We understand that Mikasa is still guessing when she lost Eren for real. She was always asking herself why, or at least why did you go away from me? So I really feel Mikasa in all these part of the final season because while Eren was a certainty in the first seasons, now she feels completely alone because she lost, as much as I was telling you many times, she lost her main uh, person, the guide, like a guide into life, right? So these two first sentences or questions are actually describing Mikasa's confusion because they are saying, ah, where are you at? And where have you been? It's like as if she doesn't know, and in fact in Japanese then there is the reason why she is asking herself these questions because she's saying no answer to the question. And in fact, I think here it refers also to the moment in which she had the chance to meet Eren for the last time before becoming the Shubi no Kyojin, in which she was not understanding his behavior, she was not understanding why there was no answer from him. But the only thing Eren was doing was just criticizing her and accusing her, offending her. So that's why I think that they are putting no answer to the question. And even the fact that Mikasa is trying to find him, to catch him, to reach him, but as much as for what we saw in the last episode, long episode, it's like as if the more she's getting in touch with him, the more he is getting away from her. So she doesn't know how to catch him, she doesn't know how to reach him for real, and this is creating in Mikasa, I think, a greater frustration, but at the same time knowledge. I mean, she's understanding let's say, a comprehension of the situation anyway. It's like as if these two first questions are rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are questions that even if you don't know the answer because nobody is giving you the answer, inside of your heart you already know the answer. It's like as if it's something obvious already to your heart or to your eyes, but you don't want to admit this to yourself. So this desperate searching for Eren that keeps going ahead until she is hopeless. Because in the previous, I mean, in the last episode, we saw many things, and we are going to talk about them later when everything will finish. And after these analysis, I will make the analysis of all the other three episodes left. So uh, that I still have to analyze actually. But let's go ahead because this is really interesting. I mean, no answer to the question. At this point, I want to ask myself, I'm not asking Mikasa, but I want to ask myself, will we be able to have an answer? I mean, will Mikasa be able to have an answer? Or it's like what we saw from the last episode, in which the more she is asking, the more she's demanding at a certain point Eren to come back. Not demanding, okay, I made a mistake. I used the wrong verb. Let's say she's begging Eren to come back. That is quite different. But yeah, will she receive an answer for all this or not? At this point, and I'm just guessing for what might happen even at the end of the story, maybe she will have an answer, but that answer will not be spoken. I mean, that will be an answer just with words, not with words, but with facts. Okay, and even if sometimes we need words as an answer, most of the times the most important lessons or the most important answers or the most important confirmations are coming from facts. So I don't think that Eren will ever say something to Mikasa, never again, to be honest to you. But at the same time, I believe that Mikasa will find her answers in facts, in something that it's going to happen even after his death, or even while he's dying or while she's killing him. So I think that these are the most important answers, actually. But for the moment, the song says no answer to the question. So we have to go ahead strictly with the lyrics of the song. So we find the Mikasa who's really desperate, sincerely. It's like as if she's keep searching for it and she's not finding an answer. That's really awesome because while the rumbling as a song was really sad, but he was really convinced about what to do. That means the rumbling. Here we have Mikasa who's really confused and she doesn't know what to do in order to find Eren's answers to her questions. And I think that her main question is, do you really hate me? Why did you say that you hate me? Because do you remember in part one, yeah, it was it part one, yeah, when Mikasa was desperately searching for an answer, and Armin was telling her, look, when we will meet him, we are going to ask him this question, so just be patient and let's wait. And she was struggling to reach that moment, but that moment didn't really come for real. I mean, it didn't happen, right? So we still have to wait that moment, but to be honest with you, I don't know if it will happen, sincerely. Okay, let's go ahead with the verse number two, even if to me it's just yeah, the second part of the first verse. But okay, where are you headed? What did you mean? In fact, and then there is the Japanese sentence that says, even if I chase you, it's too late and far. Of course, in Japanese is oikakete mo osoku toku. So, um, as you can see, even in this part of the song, where are you headed? What did you mean? This repetition of questions that makes you understand that Mikasa, without having answers, she still feels incomplete. It's like as if she knows that Eren will die, but she really hopes that before dying, she's going to have all the answers she needs. Mm, that's pretty sad. I don't want to be in Mikasa's position, actually. I already told you this, but here, where are you headed? Of course, he wants you to kill him, because I still believe that Mikasa is the only one who can kill Eren, and Eren is going to accept death just if his friends, or one of his friends, or his lover in this case, is going to do that. No one else can, or no one, he would have never accepted, okay, someone else killing him rather than them. So, what Reiner is saying in the episode is totally right, but we are going to talk about the episodes in another live streaming. Anyway, what did you mean? Yes, I was talking to you about these in a few seconds ago. What did you mean stands for what did you mean when you were telling me that you hated me? Is it for real? Is it the truth? Of course, no, it's not. He loves her so much. Okay, the oven stopped. Thank you. So then you can hear me clearly now. But yeah, I think that when she's saying, "What did you mean?" it refers to what did you mean when you were telling me so those bad things to me. I don't think that I deserved them, right? So why did you say it, and what did you mean with those words? And then, of course, even if I chase you, it's too late and far. Yes, this is true. I mean, I think Mikasa is facing the fact that even if she keeps trying to catch him, that's not going to happen. She will never be able to catch him. I remember that special episode of the OVA in which, even in that case, she was saying, I see Aaron that is too far from me. I mean, it's like as if he is going faster than me and he's in front of me, but I can't catch him. Or she's also saying, should I leave Eren free to go? Or no, I don't think that that was a question. I think that she really said it's better for me to let Eren go, or something like that, to let him be free to go, because I already know that one day he will go and I can't chase him. So that OVA episode was a huge spoiler, in my opinion. But okay, if you think about that, that was a great spoiler about who's going to kill Eren. But anyway, it's too late and it's far. Yes, these are dilatation, not just of time, but even space, by saying that it's too late. So no matter what she's trying to do, it's too late. There's no more time to convince him. And in the previous episode, I mean, the last episode, we already have an answer from Eren. She is having an answer for Eren from Eren that says, you can't change my mind. So it's too late also because of that. And at the same time, it's far, because it's like as if even if she's having him in front of her, he's still too far because something changed inside Eren's mind throughout these experiences. And while at the beginning it was easy to catch him, easy to protect him, easy to find him, now no matter if she's having him in front of her eyes, it's still too far. Not because of the distance at this point, because she's there already, but because the personality of what Eren uh, is right now makes the distance. That is not a physical distance, but is a mind distance, is a thought distance, is just the distance between the two different views that can't go back to one, because now they are two different, that they are going to separate forever. So there is no chance that Eren is going to stop the rumbling. There is no chance Eren is going to listen to her. Can I be honest with you? I don't think that Eren wants to hear her, or he doesn't want to hear what she has to say, because if he hears what she has to say to him, I think that there is even a small chance for him to change. So in this case, for him, it's better not to hear anything from her. And that's why every time he's pushing her away, or he is confirming, no, I don't want to hear what you have to say, or no, there's nothing that can change my mind, even if she says, please come back. No, he is interrupting all of them who are trying to catch the Eren they know, but it's impossible. He has these ears that are totally covered, but it's not that someone covered those ears. He covered them on purpose because the more he's listening, the more he feels the regret, and maybe something can change. So no matter if he says that he has to move forward, but at the same time, I really believe that he doesn't want to listen what they have to say, because we are talking about feelings. So, when your lover is in front of you and you know that you're about to die because of her, it's not easy to hear what she has to say. It's better to push her away. So, far also for this reason. So, it's too late, but it's even too far to reach him. And then we go ahead because the song goes ahead by saying, oh, sorry. Okay. A bird. Yeah, in fact, I thought that the song during the reaction was saying, I burnt a butterfly. The reason why I heard something like this and then it was confirmed that it was wrong is because in the previous ending, Akuma no Ko, at the end of Akuma no Ko, you see that there is a half a butterfly that is smashed because the rumbling is catching it. So that's why I said, huh? A burnt butterfly. No, but then reading the lyrics, it says, a bird, a butterfly, and my red scarf. Don't make a mess of memories. Just let me heal your scars. The wall, the owl, and the forgot dwarf. Toki ga tomaru koto mo naku. That means time never stops. So this is really beautiful. These lyrics are really powerful, and they make you understand that there's a great pain inside Mikasa's heart right now with everything that she's doing. But when the lyric says a bird, a butterfly, and my red scarf, these are the only things that can represent Mikasa right now. Because of course, the red scarf, we all know what it means. But the butterfly and the bird, I mean, the bird is Eren, of course. The butterfly, it's her. And another interpretation is that if you remember that OVA regarding Mikasa, when Eren and her are watching a butterfly killed by a mantis. Yeah, even in that moment, you see yeah, in that specific moment, there was the representation of the cruel world and the beautiful world. Of course, in that moment, it was like as if the mantis was killing the butterfly because it's her way to live. It's how she has always lived, and nothing is going to change. At the same time, the world can be cruel by seeing that the scene because the butterfly is going to die. So one is going to survive and the other one is going to die. Um, the butterfly can represent the beautiful world because we know that every time we associate the bird to Eren and the butterfly to Mikasa. But if we see things in another way, both the bird and the butterfly can fly. But they are two different things, right? So one can fly higher and the butterfly can't fly so high as a bird or the bird that we see in the episode. So, or the butterfly can't catch that bird because the bird is faster. The butterfly is slowly. I mean, it goes slowly and it can't catch the bird. So, for this reason, the butterfly will never be able to catch the bird. But at the same time, while Mikasa knows that she can't catch the bird, she also has another proof that this love that she's feeling for Eren will never change, and it's the red scarf. The red scarf is something material that can remind her what really happened, and Eren's love declaration in season 2 is not fake. That was real. And I keep remembering these, and I want you to remember that because in those words, you understand Eren's real feelings that can't be conveyed right now for the things that I told you before. If you have a plan, um, and you have feelings for a person, if you meet that person and if you see that person's face, things might change inside your heart because you're corresponding to those feelings. So Eren is just getting rid of Mikasa, not because he doesn't care, but he knows that the beautiful world has to triumph instead of the cruel world. That's what Eren really wants. He knows that the world is cruel, that the world is also beautiful, but in this case, he's trying his best to let the beautiful world kill the cruel world so that the beautiful world is going to survive because that's what he really wants. The beautiful dreams, the beautiful actions, the beauty that Mikasa has. I mean, everything that is embodying Mikasa is totally the opposite than what Eren is embodying. But Eren makes a mistake, as many times that I told you, because by doing so, there is the chance that this world as it is can't change anyway. So while Eren wants to erase the cruel world by doing what he is doing, he needs to remember that the world is made by the opposite. I mean, the beautiful world can't exist without the cruel world, and vice versa. You can't erase one part and just keep the other one because this is not going to happen. So I know that Eren really wants that, but at the same time, I don't think this can happen sincerely. But this is something that it's happening later, so stay tuned. Anyway, when she says a bird, a butterfly, and my red scarf, and that's the only thing that Mikasa has as a thought, as a something material, and yeah, this bird that we saw even in the last episode, I want to talk about these entirely when I analyze the episodes. So stay tuned and keep on watching me for the new live streamings that are coming soon. Because if I talk about it here, then it's pointless that I talk about them, about these things later. So I just announce you that, yeah, these bird, yeah, another thing, the bird and the butterfly that are flying, okay, they both can fly. But and yeah, you have this metaphor of flying that means freedom, but the bird can fly higher, as much as I was telling you before. So the bird is going to reach freedom easier than the butterfly. So the bird can go and be free in this case. The butterfly, who is slowlier and can't fly so high as that bird, needs to stay. That means the bird has to go and the butterfly has to stay. And she, in this case Mikasa, needs to know the limits that she has. That means that she can't go. She has to stay and feel everything that she has always felt for Eren, even after death, after his death. She has the mission to stay, to feel, and to remember all these things, thanks to the scarf that she has all around, and thanks to the bird that sometimes can come and visit her. That's my image. I mean, as soon as I said this even many months ago. You can go and find everything on the channel because I made lots of live streamings talking about this. But now more than ever, when I saw the scene in which the bird is looking to Armin and Armin is reaching Eren and the other dimension, I understand that the bird will come and visit Mikasa after his death. So that's the way in which Eren will be shown in front of Mikasa after his death. So this beautiful world will still be beautiful because Eren is gone, just physically speaking, but somehow he is coming back to remind Mikasa that he is there. So it's like as if Eren wants to say, please remember me. Please don't forget about me. Huh? Um, and that's why he gave even the scarf, because by giving that scarf, it's absolutely a proof for him that if he will see that Mikasa will have the scarf, that's a sign that for Eren is something good, because okay, she's remembering me still. Okay, I'm fine until she keeps remembering me. It's okay. Okay, and I think she will do that, because I don't think that Mikasa will just remember him just with thoughts or just by thinking to him about him. I think that she will do something, and she will remember him, maybe by putting the scarf, by keeping the scarf around her neck, or by meeting, I mean, by waiting these birds coming. Okay, so these this line is really powerful: a bird, a butterfly, and the red scarf. So the bird is a Heren, the butterfly is herself, because she was represented, in my opinion, as a butterfly. Okay, because she's representing the beauty of the world, and the red scarf. So that's the only thing that she has. That's the only left for her. And but it's so important. That's essential. Don't make a mess of memories. Okay, I want to open a bracket, okay? Because this is from Mika's point of view. But when the lyrics are saying, don't make a mess of memories, this is um, this is what I told you some months ago when I was trying to explain you that, in my opinion, Eren is confused at a certain point. I remember even in part two, when even Zeke was saying, Eren, I don't think that you have seen everything from the future. So even with these memories from the future that Eren has, I think sometimes in order to reach the level that he reached, he made a huge mess. and and even Mikasa's request here, don't make a mess of memories. I mean, don't create this mess just because you wanted to be killed, just because by killing yourself you want to be free, and you think that it's better to go away and stay away from us because you wanted to protect us, but you don't understand that the more you go away, the more we feel pain. So I understand that you want to do something like this to for our sake, but automatically, on the contrary, you are doing the exact contrary. That means you are making us feel pain. So I think what Mikasa is trying to say is that if you come back home with us, that's our happiness. That's the only thing we want. Especially I want. I mean, I, Mikasa, want that you come back home, because that's what makes me really happy. So if you run away from me, you're not going to make me feel happy. You're going to make me cry. Do you want me to cry like this? So don't make a mess of memories. Don't just remember what's convenient for you to exaggerate. I mean, to make it as an exaggeration, and just because it's a convenience for you to transform these memories in a way so you can attack me. Yes, even when he was attacking her because of these headaches, or when he was asking Zeke, do you think that Ackerman can have these headache related to blah 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 blah? I mean, Zeke in that moment was saying no. I mean, you're just No, I mean, this never happened, but he used that thing as an excuse to turn it against Mikasa. So don't make a mess of these memories. Don't create things that don't exist, like these hatred or these hateful feelings that you feel about me that has never happened, that never existed. Um, and at the same time, I know that Eren is doing what he's doing because of everything that happened. Okay, we are going to talk about this in the other live streamings, but what I'm saying is that Mikasa is already ahead. Okay, she at this point, now more than ever, understood Eren because she has spent most of her life together with him. So she is the one and only person, okay, more than Armin at this point because she was living together with him. So she knows him very well, that she is understanding that there is something wrong with Eren, that he is acting or he's pretending to be someone that 100% is not. But I'm going to explain you later what I mean. Just take it as it is right now, because in the other days I'm going to explain you exactly what I mean, but I need the scenes. Okay, I mean, I needed to watch the scenes, and then I'm going to explain you. But then just let me heal your scars. This is really beautiful. This is a matter of love. This is the power of love, because when you love a person, the only thing you want from him or to give him or her is dedication, is affection, is a protection, etc., etc. So Mikasa has always wanted to be there next to Eren, to understand him, to be able to talk to him, to stand by his side, because she, more than anybody else, from the beginning, can understand Eren, because even in her case, she lost her parents and she saw that scene in front of her eyes as much as Eren, as much as what happened to Eren when Dinah was killing Carla. So she knows how does it feel to see that scene when you are a little kid. But the way in which Mikasa is approaching to life, because she lost her parents, but she found a new chance to live and to be happy by meeting Eren. For her, Eren was a matter of destiny, but was also the light of hope while you are inside of a pitch dark tunnel, okay? And she hoped to be the same for him. I mean, she hoped that after Carla died, she could have repaid the favor to Eren by being there, by supporting him, and by being the same ray of light inside that pitch dark tunnel. But it was not like that. I mean, while Mikasa was having this chance to restart her life after that crazy moment, for Eren, it was not the same. For Eren, after he saw what he saw, that was the end for him. There was no way to try to go back. Hmm? So I think that Mikasa feels bad also because of this, because she couldn't be the same thing that Eren was for her. And even if, of course, we know what Eren feels about her, but I think that she feels hopeless, or she feels that she can't give him the same things that he also gave her at that time. So when she's saying in the song, just let me heal your scars, that means give me the opportunity to do the same things that I also did, that you also did for me. And it was really helpful because thanks to you, thanks to your presence, you could have given me a different perspective of the world. That means even if something so bad is happening, there is still hope to restart, to be better again, to be better together. But Eren is not having the same opinion. He saw just his family crashed away, and in his opinion, there's no turning back. There is no way to restart as if nothing happened. These are two different ways to approach life, but it's also a different way to um, react to what's happening. On one side, you have the cruel world, that means pure revenge, and to not stop doing that no matter what's going to happen. And on the other side is, let me try to restart, because if I restart, I don't think about those bad moments in which I saw my parents dying. I prefer to reset. I prefer to delete from my mind these things and find still the beauty of the world in something that right now it could be impossible for me to catch, but thank God I found it. That means Eren. So it's a way to say to Eren, look, I'm here. If you need help, I'm here. Don't be so shy to admit that you need help, because you're wrong. I mean, you think that by creating all this mess around the world, you pretend to be strong. But all this strength is converted into fragility, because if this is how you react, then the response is that you're going to make other people suffer. You are going to lose your life. And is that worth it? I mean, by creating all this mess based on revenge, are you really satisfied, or it's just because this instinct is taking you to this path? I mean, this instinct, is that you for real, or it's just an instinct that is making you decide to take this path, but actually inside of yourself you are repenting and you are thinking, oh no, maybe if I do something like this, I'm going to make them feel bad, but I have to do this because I have to move forward. But if I move forward, then I will die. I will not be able to spend the time with Mikasa. So is that worth it? I still believe that Eren one day, not one day, now we are approaching the end, so there will not be one day. Let's say in 6 months, I think that now, especially now that Armin wants to talk to him once again, I really believe that in this final dialogue with Armin, he will spill out the truth, or at least he wants Armin to talk to him, because he is not able to talk to Mikasa directly. So as I told you, we will never be able to see Eren saying, ah, sorry, that day I didn't want to say I really hate you from the beginning, but I wanted to say that I really love you from the beginning. But, that's what happened. I said something like this just to push you away, blah, 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 blah. No. I don't think it will happen, because it's a matter of pride, and Eren will never say something like this to her. Never. Also, because if he's saying something like this, he will feel bad because he has to die. So, anyway, he doesn't want to let her feel pain. But by doing so, she's feeling pain anyway. So, I don't know what's better, sincerely. But he's choosing Armin because he knows that with Armin, he can definitely be 100% himself. I think Armin was the typical best friend that you have even in your lives, guys, um, with which you can be not 100%, but almost 100%. You can be yourself. So I don't think that in front of Armin he is going to lie, because he can't. I think Armin has this great ability to see through people, and his intelligence will be enough to detect that there's something wrong. So I hope at least that when there will be this final dialogue, Eren is going to confess that, look, that day I said something like this, because I wanted to protect you guys, or I wanted to protect Mikasa, or I didn't really mean those things, but I have to do it, Armin, because that's my destiny. That's what I chose for me. And I'm just trying to erase the cruel world from the world itself. So just to try to understand that I want the beauty of the world to prevail. And how can I do that? It's by erasing myself. And it's a favor that I'm doing to Mikasa, because Mikasa has to shine. Mikasa has to go ahead with her life. Mikasa has to be happy, even if it's without for I mean, even if it's without me, but she needs to be happy. And I open a bracket. I don't know if she will be by herself forever, because my idea is that she will be together with the John somehow, but not as a lover, just as a supporter. But anyway, let's see if he can open his heart to Armin, because when Armin was rescuing Eren throughout these 4 seasons, he was always the one who could reach Eren somehow, or Eren's heart, Eren's feelings. So that's why I believe that it's definitely happening. Um, and that's why at the end of the episode, I was so happy to see Armin asking him one more time some questions. That was brilliant. Absolutely. I was waiting for this moment for such a long time, sincerely. So let's see what's going to happen in 6 months after. But anyway, don't make a mess of memories. Just let me heal your scars. Um, and then she's saying, I mean, the lyrics are saying the wall. And I mean, these forgotten plan, no? That means to find what's outside of the world, and to believe that humanity was residing just inside the Shiganshina and inside the 3 walls, but then outside there was nothing, you know. So that mission to fulfill, that is the mission to reach the outside world and discover the world and have a precise idea of what the outside world could be, because of the book that Armin had, it makes you understand that now even Mikasa is saying, thanks to this song, time never stops. Yeah, because if time stopped at that time in which they were in front of the sea, and Eren couldn't even see what's outside, I mean, what's on the other side of the sea, that was so amazing, because at that time, if Eren couldn't see anything, couldn't have had a memory of the past in this case, because he was seeing what Grisha saw. If he could have not had that power, and if everything stopped over there in front of the sea when everyone was having fun and they were playing with the water, etc., etc., that was the perfect portrait to finish the story, you know, the classical happy ending that everyone wants. Everyone all together, they are smiling, they reached their goal, that means to reach the ocean, and to finally see that they are the one and only there. So it's a way to explore the world. And Armin was right, because he was saying, in that book of my grandpa, did you see? It was right that they were saying that the ocean is a huge part of water that is salty, that you can't even lick it because it's too salty, right? All these amazing way to describe this unknown world. If everything finished at the end of season 3 part 2, wow, it was marvelous. But unfortunately time never stops, so unfortunately they had to go ahead, and everything happened. So everything, all these illusions that they had about the outside world were vanishing as soon as Eren said, thanks to my father's memories, I understood. that on the other side of the ocean, there is not the freedom, there is the enemy. So just by saying this, everything was disbanded. I mean, it was destroyed in few seconds. But I'm pretty sure that Mikasa has always wanted that time to be stopped over there, because we can see only, I think only in that scene we can see Mikasa smile, if I'm not wrong. No, no, wait. Even when Eren confessed his love by saying about the scarf, no, she was smiling over there too by saying, "Thank you for putting a scarf around my neck all the time." So no, she's smiling over there. But let's say that it's one of the fewest moments in which Mikasa is smiling. So you understood that she really wanted time to be stopped in that moment. But unfortunately, life is not like this, because happy moments are just reduced. I mean, are just amount of seconds compared to the rest of our life that is made of minutes or hours, right? This conception of a happiness that it's not lasting longer, and in fact, it didn't last, unfortunately. And then, okay, then there is the song that goes on, and is saying, um, wait a second, yeah, and it's saying, the pre-chorus is saying, we are getting older, second by second by second. This is really beautiful, because I don't understand if these two lines are referring to a old Mikasa. I mean, a Mikasa from the future that is talking to Eren right now, or she is remembering about Eren. And maybe, yes, even when she says don't make a mess of memories, maybe it can be referred even to herself, because the more she's remembering Eren, the more it's a mess, the more she's getting uh, sad because of what she's remembering. But I think that in that case, she was talking to Eren specifically. But here, when she's saying we are getting older, second by second by second, so is she talking to herself in this case? Maybe when she's older and many years after all that happened, she's saying, we are getting older, second by second by second. It's like as if she's saying, I'm getting older, but you're not here with me. So I went ahead as much as you wanted, but there's still something missing, that is you. So by getting older and by being lonely, that's not the life that I was expecting for me. But anyway, time goes by, because time never stops. So, are we going to see an old Mikasa in the future? I mean, in 6 months, maybe when Eren will be killed. I know that there were these 8 extra pages that Isayama made after the last chapter. So, are we going to see even Mikasa who's getting older? And maybe that's what the song is referring about. I mean, maybe we can see an older Mikasa that is looking back to her memories, and she, of course, has never forgotten Eren. And maybe we are going to see, I hope, if she has a kid, or maybe, I don't know, but if she can name this kid Eren, maybe, so she can have a way to remember him more and more. But I'm curious. To be honest with you, I would like to see how Mikasa grows, and I would like to see when she's getting older what's going to happen. If she's going ahead with her life, or she's going to stay lonely as always, like a curse, when you have loved a person so much that then you are not able to love anybody else, because it's like as if you have promised them, thanks to a engaged ring, or thanks to a scarf, that you will always be devoted to that person. That's why I'm curious. Are we going to see a future Mikasa? Fingers crossed. I really hope that. And then let's go ahead with the chorus that says, why, oh, why? why, oh, why don't you want to stay with me? And this is, I mean, this is really sad because once again, I say this to you. Um, she, I think Mikasa understood Eren and what he wants to do. But at the same time, when she's asking, why, oh, why don't you want to stay with me? It's like as if, am I not good enough to stay with you? What do you think that you're missing if you stay with me? Why don't you want to stay with me? Because I am the one who can really understand you, who can love you, who can give you everything, who can give you the world, who can help you healing the scars. Because you have the scars, but I also have scars. So if we fuse these feelings together, we can create something powerful. Why don't you want to stay? Why don't you want to face what you have passed through with me? This is really good. I mean, I like this song because finally we understand even Mikasa's point of view, because we were focusing too much on Eren's point of view. And we can see the sadness, what she really hoped for her and for Eren together, to stay together, to have a family, to go ahead. But even in that case, Eren couldn't because he had a time limit. So no matter if he was going to survive, maybe, or he wanted to keep going ahead living with Mikasa, there were just a few years left. So maybe if Eren decided to stay with Mikasa the rest of the years left, probably it would have been even more painful to say goodbye later. And let's pretend that Eren and Mikasa have had a kid, you know? That would have been even more sad to say goodbye to the kid, goodbye to Mikasa, and vanishing like this. I mean, maybe it was too painful. And maybe he didn't really want to give her this pain too. But look, if it was for me, it would have been so great if they would have had a kid, sincerely. But okay, let's go ahead. And the song says, why, oh, why, oh, why are you giving up on me? But actually, Mikasa, I don't think he is going to give up on you, sincerely. Just for the fact that he said that that scarf will be always around your neck, it's not a way to give up on you. I don't think so, as much as I don't think that it's going to happen, because as much as the bird came to visit Armin, and that bird was maybe it, okay, I'm saying it this right now, but I'm going to repeat this when I analyze the episodes. I think that that bird that was reaching Armin and was looking inside Armin's eyes was Eren from the future. Anyway, Mikasa, no, Eren is not going to give up on you, sincerely. Totally the contrary, because if my theory is correct to say that this bird is going to come and visit you, as much as that bird met Armin while he was talking to Annie, and as soon as you keep having the scarf around you, ah, yeah, look, even if when he was confessing his love to Mikasa, when he was doing something like this, he was not touching Dinah's hand at that time. But when he is saying, I will put a scarf around your neck forever, it was like as if it was an anticipation of what might have happened. Because I really believe that when Eren is saying that sentence, it's like as if he was really convinced that this would have happened, no matter the fact that he has a time limit or not. But it was like as if he was sure that Mikasa would have always had a scarf around her neck. Was that a hope from him? I don't think so. I think that when he said something like this is because it was another way to say, look, no matter if I die, no matter if I stay with you or not, I will always love you. Okay. Um, so Mikasa, it's just appearance. I mean, Eren seems to not care about you anymore, but actually, it's like as if thanks to his sacrifice, is giving you the most beautiful gift from his perspective. From your perspective, is the worst curse ever. But see, it depends on the perspective. So if you were Mikasa, probably you would have felt so bad, so lonely, and desperate because your love of your life is going, and you have to kill him. While on Eren's perspective, the fact that she, the beautiful part of the world, is killing him, the cruel side of the world, is the most amazing thing, because then the good side of the world, I mean the beautiful world, is going to prevail on the cruel one. So that's the most beautiful way to live this uh, world, and leave to Mikasa the mission to spread this beauty around the world, because she will because she will survive. So that's really poetic, that's really beautiful, but at the same time catastrophical. Okay, and then we go ahead with the post chorus that is happening after, and she's just saying, that's why I was telling you. Okay, she's just saying, I'll be waiting for you. Let me hold you under the tree. Under the tree. And that I'm going to explain it to you a little bit later, but let's go step by step. I'll be waiting for you. That is what I told you before. That means Mikasa is not going to marry with another man. Mikasa is not going to have a baby with another man. I mean, if look, I don't know, because if Eren is going to be killed, let me think about it 1 second. If Eren is going to be killed, but there's a way to transfer the power that he had into someone else, and Mikasa is having a baby, then it could be possible that Eren is still there anyway, thanks to the baby, who's collecting the memories from Eren Yeager. So I don't think it's impossible. Mm. But anyway, okay, I'll be waiting for you. It means that she's not going to love another man, and she's going to wait for a sign from him to see if that bird is coming, as much as what I told you many months ago too, or she is using the scarf. Anyway, she will always believe that Eren might come back in another way somehow. That could be possible, yeah. Or she's just desperately waiting by creating an illusion inside her mind and thinking, anyway, Eren will come back, I'm sure. Because she's too desperate to believe something like this. Let's see, we will see it in 6 months. But then, here is the key of everything. I don't know if this part of the song is a spoiler as much as for what happened even in previous openings. But it's said, let me hold you under the tree. So Now I give you an idea. Is she going? Okay, now Paradise is free. I mean, there are no walls. We need to see if there is that tree that we see in episode 1. I mean, we have to see. Ah, no, yes, there should be, because the rumbling goes to the other side of the world. But even in Paradise, there was a mess in part 2. I mean, there were lots of battles over there too. But when she's saying in the song, "Let me hold you under the tree," at this point, everything that I told you could be verified, let's say, if she is going under that same tree of episode 1, and she will wear the scarf, and wait, because maybe I have another idea. Okay, 2 ideas. Or she goes under that tree of episode 1 after Eren is killed, and she goes there to remember Eren, to remember her love for Eren, to remember, okay, to remember everything about him with the scarf. I mean, I can imagine Mikasa with the scarf that goes under that tree, and if that tree survived, of course. But she goes there to remember, to stay silent, to fake as if Eren is there with her. Okay? Or I have another idea. Okay, thank you, Sima, for this song, because you are giving me some inputs, okay? Maybe after Eren will be dead, they will bury Eren under the tree, under that tree. Can you imagine? So in episode 1, when he is crying, maybe he is also crying because he's sitting on top of his grave, and that's why Mikasa is always going there under the same tree, because it's her way to visit Eren. And at the same time, by knowing that Eren is there because he was buried there, she can hold him. I mean, she can not physically hug him, but it's like as if she can get in touch once again with him every time she will go and visit him over there. That's really poetic. That's really beautiful. Let me hold you under the tree. It's like the first seconds of this last episode that we saw, that Mikasa touched Eren's face and they were under the tree. So let's see. I have these 2 ideas now. I have to see which one is convincing me more. But at this point, guys, when I'm going to watch the video promoting this song, because I saw it before, but at the same time I had this idea already, and I will let you know why really soon. Yeah, now I have this idea. When Eren will die, where do they bury him? Or will they be able to bury him? That means to create a grave or something. That could be possible. Okay, let's go ahead. And in fact, under the tree, I think that this repetition of stands for forever. I mean, she will go under the tree, many times. Okay, so that repetition in the song, it's just a way to say, look, I will not come and visit you one time, or I will not wait for you for one time only. I will always wait for you. That it's more or less the response that Mikasa is giving to Eren, who's saying, I will put the scarf around your neck forever. But this is a song, of course. So I really liked that moment in which the singer of Sim is saying under the tree. It's a way to say I will do it again and again, over and over and over and over and over again. So it's a way to spread her love forever, even after Eren's death. And then the outro is saying, I protect you. So that's intense because in that moment, even the singer of Sim is increasing his voice and is, I protect you. It's like when in the rambling, he was saying, beware. In this case, I protect you. I don't know if that thing is always from Mikasa's point of view or from Eren's point of view, because it could be Eren who's always saying, I'll protect you. So even if I will be gone, I will be there to protect you, Mikasa. So you don't have to worry because I will be by your side, not physically speaking, but you will feel me somehow. Or if it's from Mikasa's point of view, it could be, I protect you. That means that she's getting angry because she knows that Eren wants to be killed. But anyway, it's like as if she's saying, I protect you and the love that I have for you forever. So there's no way that I'm going to forget about you. So this is amazing. I really like this song because, but that I'll protect you could also be Eren because that moment in the song reminded me of the rumbling when he's saying "Beware." So it could be possible. Okay, that was the lyrics. I mean, the song as for the lyrics. But now I want to send you first of all the link of where are you? Here we go. The link of here we go. The video that was published by Pony Canyon, in which, let me tell you, the people who watched this video before watching the episode, this video had lots of spoilers because there were all fragments of the last episode. So I hope that you watched the episode first and then the opening, the main theme song that was created by Sim that was uploaded by Pony Canyon. Otherwise, there were lots of spoilers for you guys. But anyway, now I wanted to see together with you, and I'm going to tell you even when exactly I'm going to watch a scene specifically. Okay, sorry, I deleted the volume because there's no need. Yes, in fact, we are second point five. I mean 005, and you see, in fact, that Mikasa is touching Eren's head, and they are under the tree because that's the first seconds of the episode we watched 2 days ago. So that's why I'm saying everything is connected to that tree that we see even in episode 1. Okay, then we see Eren crying and everything, the rumbling. Okay, I'm going to analyze this part of the episode in the other live streamings specifically. So now I'm not going to tell you anything about what I'm watching because these are all fragments of the episodes until we reach a part of the song in which we see that the tree. So it's really interesting. Let me just reach it because I wanted to tell you one thing. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, then there is a Hanji's scene with the Colossal Titans. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. And then there should be the connection to the tree. The connection. Okay, let's see. I'll be waiting, waiting for you. Let me hold you under the tree. Okay, just a second more. No. Okay, Armin, there is look, I'll protect you. It's not here. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. 1 minute and 51 seconds. Okay. We see in these specific minute and seconds, you see that the tree is upside down. This is really interesting because, okay, that it's the view of a person who could lay under the tree. Okay, like this. If I stay like this, I can see the tree over there as if it's upside down. Okay, from my perspective. But this tree that is upside down could also refer to what I told you before, because if Eren is buried underground and is buried under that tree, the vision should be that one. Or this tree that is turned upside down is like Yggdrasil, if you know what I mean, and it could reconnect with the other tree that is the tree of the moment in which Ymir is meeting him. That is a perfect connection, because it's like as if Eren, who was staying under that tree, and that tree that was always so important, not just before the attack of the Colossal and Armored Titan, but even after, if Mikasa, as much as I was telling you, will go there to remember Eren, you understand that this story was already telling you from the beginning everything. I mean, it's like as if that episode 1 was already announcing you that all the story would have been between Eren and Mikasa. That Mikasa, by touching Eren's head or Eren's face, like we see in the first seconds of the last episode, was already there taking care of him, because she wanted to wake him up. And in fact, if I'm not wrong, of course he's saying that he had a bad dream, but maybe she wanted to wake him up to rescue him also from that bad nightmare. That means I wanted to save you. So does that mean that by saving him, she is going to cut his neck? I mean, to cut the Shubi no Kyoji's neck. So she's going to save him anyway because of the brutality that he's creating, and by making him become or go back to the Eren she knows. But that scene is really important, in my opinion. When you see that is the same screenshot that I made for the thumbnail of this live streaming. I think that tree like that, it's really important. I really like this scene, because you understand that tree is still important, or has always been important, and it's like as if that tree can connect to the other tree, that is the tree of the place in which he can meet Ymir. And that meeting with Ymir is going to create the devastation, and at the same time it can be reconducted to the dream, the bad dream that Eren was having in episode 1. So as you can see, this tree that is the tree of episode 1 is it's like as if the roots of this tree are connected to the roots of the tree of Ymir. And when Eren is meeting Ymir, from that moment to going ahead, there is destruction only. So that's awesome because in this part of the story, Eren is in between, let's say, two girls, Ymir on one side and Mikasa on the other one. So even when Mikasa was looking at Eren, little Eren, together with Ymir, did you see her face? I mean, her face was like, eh? I mean, it was really nice. Okay, we will analyze it later in another live streaming, but okay. And in fact, yes, then the video goes ahead, and there is the scene of episode 1, in which Eren is crying, Mikasa is looking at him, and these beautiful leaves uh, that are moved away by the wind. That it's like as if time to go. I mean, usually when they put these leaves in anime, that they are moved away from the wind. Usually they represent something really sad. It's never something that you can laugh about it or that you can feel happy about it. This way to represent that scene also refers to a climax. In all anime, when you see these leaves moved away by the wind, usually there is something important happening, some climax moment, or an important decision, or when the characters are conveying their feelings and there is this wind appearing suddenly that is moving even the hair, okay, of the protagonists. So that makes you understand that it's an important part of the story. But now that I showed you even this thing, I wanted to tell you that this is the version that was published by Pony Canyon in their YouTube channel, full of spoilers for those who didn't watch the episode. And one is the version that was available if you have watched it on TV. Or anyway, even in Amazon Prime, you can find the same version. That is at the end of the episode, the outro. In this version, the images are different. So if you have no, okay, you can't have Shingeki no Kyojin on Amazon Prime, but if you have a Crunchyroll, you can go and take now these last few moments of this outro, in which there is the song Under the Tree. If you live in Japan, you can find it even on Amazon Prime, and the images are totally different. And I think that they are even more important, sincerely. I don't know if they are giving you some spoilers or not, but now I'm going to tell you what I see. So I can tell you my impression, and that's the last thing that I'm doing, and then that is it. First of all, you see the legs of a person, and we don't understand if this person is Eren, for example, or it's Mikasa walking towards something specifically. And this is really awesome because, first of all, you don't understand who's walking, but by knowing that the song refers to Mikasa, probably that should be Mikasa walking, you know. Let me go ahead. She or he is still walking. La la la. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me see until I reach another image. Okay, now it's black. Da, 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 da. Let me put the volume. Okay, then there are two birds, as always. And now there are many birds, okay, flying in the sky. Hey, they could be Eren's friends, or paradise side, that finally they are no more birds in the cage, like a Vögel in Käfig. Or, yes, by being a multiple, I think that they could be paradise, the alien people living in paradise, that finally they are free to fly away because the walls are not there anymore. Or, as much as I was telling you so far, these could be even um, the birds that are always visiting Mikasa. In the case, I mean, after Eren dies, maybe Mikasa is going to meet these birds, and in her mind, she's thinking, oh, that's the bird, so that's Eren. Because maybe even Armin later is going to tell her, look, that time when I was talking to Annie, suddenly a bird appeared. I looked into this bird and I reached the other dimension. So that means I reached Eren. So maybe it will be Armin who's going to tell her this. So every time she will meet that bird, she will think, ah, that's Eren, because Armin that day told me something like this. Or there will be another occasion in which she will understand that that bird is Eren. We will see. But there are so many birds flying in this moment over there. Huh? Let's go ahead. Other birds flying. Okay. And then there are lots of feathers falling from the sky. Ah, okay, wait. I don't know if this is already spoiler for what's happening later, but this could be another idea. I mean, the bird who is losing these feathers while flying, and maybe Mika Sabai going and visit Eren's grave, because maybe they put Eren's head, no, Eren's head, because if she's cutting the neck, Eren's head or Eren's body or entire Eren under that tree, creating a grave. Maybe every time she will go there with the scarf, as always, she will meet the bird based on what Armin experienced. She will reconnect to that thing and she will think that that's Eren. Or maybe she will find just the feathers. I mean, on the grave, maybe she will find the feathers like we saw now in that frame of the outro. I mean, when it's finishing the episode of 2 days ago. And these feathers are a symbol that that feather comes from that bird to me, Mikasa. I mean, that's Eren. So every time I will see that feather, it will always make me understand that that's Eren. Okay, let me go ahead. In fact, this bird is white, actually. That it's a great contrast because let me see one more time. See, the feathers are white, and even this bird immediately after is white. So that's the same bird that Armin saw, and it could make sense. Yes, okay. If that's true, I mean, if that bird is Eren and it's white, amazing, because it's a huge contrast between what he became before, that means a pure hell, and the bird that is white that represents pureness and represents a peace. That's a peaceful mind because Eren is already free and he went away from his cage and he died, so he can erase all the pain he also felt. So this choice to represent him as a white bird, it's really awesome, even for Catholic Church, when they use to represent peace, but even yeah, something still, something benevolent, they use white. And I think that, as much as I was telling you last year when I was analyzing part two, especially the episode in which you see Eren's face at the end of the episode, that he already transformed like a demon. At that time, I was already telling you that this story is having also some connotations, religious connotations, from the Bible and from the Egypt's plagues and whatsoever, because there are so many references between these population of a paradise that is also can also be referred as the chosen population of Jesus Christ, or the no, sorry, the the holy population of God, when they were trying to escape Egypt. So I made a huge analysis over there, so go and check it out. But anyway, let me go ahead. Other birds flying, always birds. So, okay, in this case, this makes me understand what I told you. That means Eren will meet Mikasa after he will be dead, as a bird, as much as he did for Armin. Armin understood it immediately, maybe because of the fact that he is a Titan too. So, Eren, by being the Shubi no Kyojin, by being not just the Shubi no Kyojin, but by being also the founding Titan, he has the ability to reach the other Titans. So that's my explanation, probable explanation. Okay, go ahead. Birds everywhere. So, and then this person is walking. For you. Okay. So, okay, the first tree you see is the tree of the first episode. Wait. No. Okay. Then you see the tree of Ymir. And then you see this third tree, guys, that I've never seen it before. Okay, so if we go ahead chronologically speaking, this tree is, yeah, the same tree that I was commenting during the reaction, in which I said, that tree, I don't remember that. So in this part, we have three trees. The tree of the first episode, the tree of Ymir, that is what I told you before, and this a third tree. And there is this person walking while these three images of these three trees are going ahead. Now, I have an idea. You remember that Ymir found the power of the Titans, sorry, the founding Titan power, okay, under a tree. If Eren will die, no, if when, sorry, when Eren will die, and he will be buried probably under a tree. That thing, that bacteria, that thing that gave the power of the Titans to Ymir, if it goes back underground, it can live still. Because maybe this power this time is not going to be split into nine, like for what happened to Ymir when she was eaten. So if Eren is going to be killed and nobody is going to eat him after, and he's buried underground, under the tree, that bacteria is going to survive. If that bacteria is going to survive, it means that it can start everything all over again. So maybe the third tree that we see here after Ymir's tree, that's the next place or the next tree that it's going to cause a huge damage in the future, because that's why what Eren did was a mistake. By thinking that the problem was the other side of the world, he didn't understand that the problem was not the other side of the world, but the problem was the fact that human beings were going to survive still, no matter if it's paradise or the other side of the world or up, down, left, right, it doesn't matter. Humanity is still going to survive. That means that humanity is still going to be tempted by something unknown. And this creature, this bacteria too, is going to survive. So, if it's going to survive, it can temptate other human beings after 100 years, after 2000 years again. And maybe in the meantime, this story of the Shingeki no Kyojin will be less popular. So people will not remember, oh, wait, let's stay away from trees because with a hole, because maybe if we are going next to a tree with a hole, and if we fall inside, we can be touched by these bacteria. Okay, so if these things are going to be erased by the mind of people, except for the Ackerman, but there's the chance that people will forget. So the things can start all over again. And if the things are starting all over again, what Eren did was simply meaningless. So that's why at this point for Eren it was better to live with Mikasa, create a family, and go ahead. But the problem was that Eren thought that by doing what he did and by saving his friends, he left just the good world, the beauty of the world. But as I told you, without the cruel side of the world, even the good side of the world can't exist. So this third tree could be the tree that can give the possibility, because if they buried Eren under a tree, do you remember that under the tree where Ymir fell, there was water? So no matter the trees, but if there's water underground, these bacteria can move everywhere. Or after 2000 years, there could be another bacteria recreating another mess, that it's not the Titan's power, but it's creating wars. Okay? That's the real devil. But anyway, if that's the case, by staying in the story, if Eren is buried under that tree, that the bacteria is going to survive underground or underwater in this case, and under that third tree that we see at the end of this theme song, things can repeat. That's a huge problem. That's a huge, huge problem. Because I don't think that that's the tree of Ymir that we saw when Ymir fell. No, no. It had a different shape, if I'm not wrong. And this person, because I still didn't finish to tell you my theory, in this outro, when the song is going at the end of the last episode, because they were on Amazon Prime, they divided into 3 episodes. So what we saw the day before yesterday. So go and check out the ending of the third episode. That is episode 90. While they are showing us the trees, there is a person walking. Is that the person Eren or Mikasa? In my opinion, that's Eren. Because Eren passed from the tree that we see in the first episode, the tree that we see when he is meeting Ymir, and that the third tree, in which we don't understand if he's buried over there at this point, or he, by being Akuma no Ko, can come back. Because if he represents the evil and cruel side of the world, I mean, if he is embodying the cruel side of the world as a conception, it's like as if Eren is not dying in the moment we will see in 6 months. And these, if it's happening, can confirm me what I told you many months before, when I told you that when Eren is saying Shinda to, Shinda atomo, that means not just till the end of my life, I mean, till I die, but even after my death. I mean, I will keep moving forward till my death and even after my death. So, is this connected? I mean, does this mean to keep moving forward after my death because I have to reach Mikasa every time as a bird and I have to meet her? And I move forward to reach that moment specifically because to me, that's the real freedom. That means to have wings of freedom, to reach with those wings the person I love, Mikasa, and to make her happy. Could be. This is the positive way, the positive side. But Eren recently was also seen as the Akuma no Ko. That means the son of the devil. So if we have to see a negative way of seeing things, if he says, I'm going to move forward till my death and even after my death, what if under that tree we find, I don't want to say Eren Yeager, but the spirit or the energy, the malevolent energy that is going to trick another human being once again. That could be awesome. I really like this vision of the things, because until human beings will survive on Earth, there will never be peace. I mean, let's be honest. We have too many defects as human beings. First, the defect that we have is that we are sinners. And by being sinners, we can't reach peace so easily because everyone wants something. We are slave of something. But these three, okay, I will think about them. I'm still thinking about that. And even the shape of that tree is different. They don't show us anything else. They are showing us just the tree. I mean, and they are showing us just the fact that it's pretty tall. I mean, they don't show us what's next to the roots or the trunk of the tree. No, I mean, the grass, nothing. They don't show you anything. They just show you the height of the tree, that it's pretty tall. Let's see. Eh, no, that's Eren because he keeps walking, he keeps moving forward. Okay, it makes sense. He moves forward from one tree to the other one. So does that mean that he will be buried under that tree? Because it has to have a connection to Eren somehow. Uh, so he will be buried there, or that the tree symbolizes, like in Ymir's case, that another person is going to be tricked. Interesting. Okay, then they don't show you anything else. Okay. So maybe that was a spoiler. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I see. Okay. Hey, let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, I wanted to analyze even this apart because you can't find it in the Pony Canyon video, and I think that this was really important to analyze or to try to understand what that tree was. Because if it's something that we are going to see even 6 months after, it's better to anticipate some ideas. That's it. Okay, guys, I think that I finished. I mean, I did what I had to do. That means the analysis of the song, the lyrics, and even these scenes that catched my attention. And okay, see you in a couple of days or see you in the next days because I'm starting analyzing the episodes and I will just do what I did now. That means while I will watch the episode, I will stop sometimes to let you understand what I believe, what I think, and my thoughts in general. So stay tuned and keep on watching. Thank you so much for the support, and see you tomorrow with the third episode with my mom of Shigeki no Kyojin, season 4, part 1. And then see you in the rest of the week with the last part of Chainsaw Man because I'm going to finish this story. I mean, season 1 of Chainsaw Man 2. Thank you so much for the support and bye. See you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.